guys, good afternoon. It's RG here live from RG Studio, and we're super excited because it's Work It Wednesday, which means we're gonna work a stamp set in that we haven't showcased in a while because, again, still inspired by the Hawaii vibes that we did yesterday on our Facebook channel. Now, if you're not on our Facebook channel, you definitely wanna make sure you look us up on Facebook under RG Avenue because we do free educational lives every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 o'clock AZ time, where you'll have the opportunity to come in and join us and watch us create a project and bring it to life. And every week or every show is something a little different. But today, Work It Wednesdays are all about bringing in some of those original sets that we've launched at the beginning and working them into something fun and new and trendy. And so, inspired by yesterday's Hawaiian pineapple project on Facebook. Now, if you didn't catch it, make sure you go to our Facebook page, subscribe to our channel, like our channel, follow our channel so that you don't miss one of those lives again. But today we're gonna try to work in a similar like project, but with a different vibe and a little twist. So hopefully everybody's doing great. I'm gonna show you that project here if we switch over to our top view. And this is the project we created yesterday on our Facebook channel using the So Sweet stamp set, as well as our brand new Tropic Leaf pre-cuts. So they're already cut out, ready for us to be able to use as an embellishment or a project share for any type of project you like. So here is the So Sweet pineapple set. It's a fairly large pineapple, and this is the end result of that So Sweet project we shared yesterday on Facebook. So along the same lines, today we're gonna create something similar inspired by yesterday's project, again featuring the Tropic Leaf pre-cutouts, because again, we're still in those tropic vibes, tropic motion of the ocean. So we're gonna use these guys because I love them. It's summertime. Now is the best time to start playing with this. But I'm also gonna use Adventure Awaits, one of our original stamps. And I absolutely love this set. I absolutely love the fact that we got to see sea turtles while we were in Hawaii. So we're gonna use the turtle here. And we'll just kind of start placing, I'll place a piece of powdered sugar. And I'm gonna grab my other magnet here that I just kind of threw in my tote. What? Oh, it's in there somewhere. All right. We're gonna grab our turtle. Now, here with me in the studio, I've got Joe and Richie who are helping us out. Ms. G is busy with a few other things. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Adventure Awaits because I love that sentiment and I think it's super cool. And I'm gonna borrow the Hibiscus from So Sweet because again, I want a similar vibe. Just gonna borrow those Hibiscus there. Place my magnet. And I'm gonna ink it up using some black taffy, sugar cube, and I'll probably ink it up a couple of times just to get enough of that saturation of ink. Sometimes when I'm stamping multiple stamps this way, I feel like I don't grab the right amount of saturation, so I do ink it up 2 to 3 times, especially when I'm using black, because I'm either gonna color on top of it or it's my main focal point. I love to make sure it's nice and bright. All Alrighty, so 2 is enough. So I'm gonna clean this guy off. It was super cool to see the sea turtles up close and personal while on our trip. And it just gives this stamp a whole new meaning to me. Like, I had seen obviously sea turtles before, but to see them in their natural space outside of an aquarium was pretty amazing. Okay, so these are the stamps that I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna place these back. And I'm gonna place back my hibiscus, so because I am the worst at this, I tend to leave my stamps just all over the place and then I cannot find where they go. So trying a new habit to keep everything in one place. All right, so we've got our images here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out the various different images because I'm going to color treat them a little bit differently. So got my hibiscus and I've got my turtle, and then of course I've got my sentiment. I'm going to pull out my gel plate by Gel Press. Because I'm going to add color a little bit differently to my leaves. So I'm going to remove the protected workable sheet. And I'm going to grab some rich Cactus sugar drop. And I'm also going to grab some Tangy Apple. So these are both my greens. And using a brayer, I'm going to just kind of blend those colors together. I'm going to place the leaves that I plan to use, and I'm just going to brayer over them to try to grab that color. So I haven't decided if I'm going to use this part, the part that's on top, or the part that's going to give me a little bit more of that gel press water texture. But either way, they're both great. I might use 1 and 1, so gives me a little combo of both. Super cool. And then of course, if you wanted to, you can come and grab some color, distress the edges a little bit more. Now, all of our color is water-based, so it just adds a different little element. But I think I love those two that way. So completely different than what we did yesterday during that live. So I'm going to clean my brayer because I'm also notorious for not doing that. And also wipe off my surface. All right, so again, a little different than what we did yesterday. I'm gonna grab some Tangy Apple and also some rich Cactus, just a little bit. And I'm gonna spritz some water onto my gel plate. And then I'm gonna try to move that water around. So clearly you can see it leaves it a little bit more watery than what we did yesterday, which was direct. And it still might be a little much, so I'm gonna come in here and pick some of that up. I want to grab some color for my turtle, okay? And I don't want it to be oversaturated. So this is a great way to control the water if you're not using watercolor paper, because it allows you to control water a little bit better with your gel press. Or I also sometimes do it with a workable sheet, but with the workable sheet, it's not as movable as it is with something like this. So I can add color to my leaves, I can add color to my turtle, and just have a completely different look. Now I'm gonna grab my hibiscus, and like yesterday, I'm gonna bring in some color. And I'm just using Copics for this because I do want it to be a little bit brighter, and I don't necessarily want the watercolor look for my flowers. So I'm just finishing up my blooms here on the edges. I'm gonna bring in some oranges and yellows. And then I'm just gonna blend those a little bit more. Just a nice deep yellow and orange. Add some greenery here. All right, so I'm gonna cut these guys out. And again, it's a great way to showcase kind of like a summer vibe project, or maybe you're working on a scrapbook page or a planner page. It's always fun to bring the various different images to life. And I think they all serve different purposes at different times in our lives. And even this one that I had launched a little bit ago, although it was very beautiful and very summery, it really truly had no meaning until, of course, after our last trip. Or maybe you're hosting a luau, or you're having, or you've attended a luau, and you've got some great images to either scrapbook or bring to life. So we've got one of our hibiscus here. Now, if you guys love our videos, please subscribe to our channel and invite your friends to join us, to create with us, to bring paper to life with us. Also, share this video so that hopefully maybe you can inspire someone else to get their summer vibes on point and bring creativity to life in a variety of different ways. Maybe it inspires them to do something different, or to stamp directly onto fabric or leather, maybe even make a scarf this way. I don't know. So many different creative possibilities, but you never know who you might be able to inspire. All right, so we've got our hibiscus cut out. Now I'm gonna come back to my turtle. If you wanted to, you can always do a highlight of color on top of this. I love it just the way that it is, but you may want more color, you might want less color. All right, so we've got our turtle and we've got our embellishments. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna fold our card base in half. And I'm using Tangy Apple as my card base. Did a wrong fold there. So I've got Tangy Apple as my card base. And I have a layer of rich cactus. And I'm also adding a layer of powdered sugar, just a little cattywampus, similar to what I did yesterday. So it's the same size as my rich cactus, but I cut off a little notch on the side, just to give it a little bit more of that edge that I'm looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere these two together. Just like that. And yesterday I added a few little touches with my staple gun. Now if I find it, I will do the same again, just for that extra little level of design. Just a couple of little staples on there will add a little bit of pop. So I'm going to start by adding my turtle. So when in doubt, pop it out. We're going to pop this guy right out. I'm going to add 2 foam squares. Kind of off to the side here. So there's our turtle ready for all of its embellishments. So I'm going to I have a leaf here that I'm going to pop out. I don't want to hide my staple, so I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. Now I'm going to I'm going to pop that out as well. My greenery. Just want it to be right over that a little bit. I'm going to add one more piece here to the top leaf. Oops. Just so that it can hold its place a little bit more and not be so flimsy. So you can see that. And now I get to bring in my hibiscus and finish it off. So I'll cut off the bottom part of that stem because I don't want to completely hide my turtle. And I'm going to pop this guy out first. Right on top of that turtle. And then bring in my smaller hibiscus off of the side. For such a cool vibe and flair, like it's so tropical, it's so inviting. When in doubt, we're gonna pop this guy out one more time. And I'm gonna bring it right onto that card base. So cool. I love it. Now it's time to add our sentiment. Now, I added a little cattywampus sentiment to the last project. It's got a little bit of a wave, which I love. And I'm going to do the same thing here. But I'm gonna pop that out as well, just for that little bit of dimension on there. Right onto the edge. Look how cool that looks. All right, last finishing touch is going to be some splatter. And I'm gonna grab some black dye and my brush. Actually, I'm gonna grab a different brush, a small single brush. I'm gonna grab some of that black paint and I'm just gonna bring in that vibe into my, like it's in motion. It actually creates some really cool motion to your project. So check it out, guys. Absolutely love it. I think it's so cool. I'm gonna remove this dirty sheet so that it doesn't smear onto my project. But again, I totally did adventure weights and created a fun adventure project with adventure weights. Love this set. It's got all these kind of cool under the sea creatures. I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit here. So we've got adventure weights, and I borrowed the hibiscus from So Sweet, which also created yesterday's project with our Facebook Live showcase. So I hope that was fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed that project share. And that you totally enjoyed seeing these projects come to life and giving you that tropic cool vibe that they both showcase. Now, both of these sets together create an amazing combo because you've got endless possibilities for those summer nights, those summer events, those summer tropical vibes that are going to make your hot days extra, extra special. Remember, guys, if you were inspired, if you loved this video, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and that you share this video with your creative community so they too can make amazing happen. Guys, remember to continue to create and capture so that we can bring hope to those around us. Adios.